Hello there. This is Jody Comator, the founder and creator of Next Generation Yoga and the Biz of Kids Yoga. And happy January, happy New Year, happy everything. I am super, super, super honored, grateful to be here with you. Thank you so much for taking the time to hit the play button and watch this video blog that I have been wanting to make for you. um, so thank you. Thank you so much. Um, so it's January and I am recommitting to getting back to monthly emails and newsletters and video blogs for you. And they may turn into written blogs, they may be video blogs. If you've been following my adventure, you may have noticed that I've taken a little bit of a pause from communicating with you, and that's because I've had some health stuff come up for me. Originally, it started with my shoulder, which is still going on, which is why I'm doing a video blog. Other than I also love doing video blogs, but being on the computer and typing a lot is hard for me. So yeah, I had some health stuff come up for me the last um, few months at the end of the year of 2017, and I want to share a little bit about that with you. But again, I just want to say thank you for staying connected and for taking the time to drop in with me. Um, so yeah, this video blog is basically a little sharing about how when we have our kids yoga business and we also have life happening, and how do we maintain and stay on our game, or how do we stay um, basically how do we keep our business running even when we have this thing going on. So for me, like I said, I had some health stuff come up. I'm super grateful to be mostly on the other side of it. And I just want to share with you four little tidbits about how I was able to successfully make it through, and things that I did in my business, because it's a new year, right? And so now we're feeling all jazzed, and we got new goals, and we've got stuff that we're like ready to work on, and we're feeling really good. And life happens. We get sick, we have family emergencies, we have stuff comes up where we can get knocked down. And some of the things that I want to share with you is like, how did I cope with them to make sure that like I stayed, sort of like, I want to say stay alive, but like basically, I mean, obviously stay alive, but basically like, didn't think like let the world and my businesses fall apart. And so the first thing that I just want to actually say before I even get in those is like just having love and support from people around me was super helpful. And so it's from people like you, people in my community, people who I've been in touch with and connected with. And so I just also want to say another thank you for that, because that's been really helpful and useful. And that's actually also the first thing that I want to say is that's been helpful for me during the time when when I wasn't able to work so much, when I wasn't on my computer, when I wasn't doing, everything that I typically do to run my business, is I have a team, right? Like I have people who I was able to call on to really fully support me and help me even more than I typically do. So it's our administrative person. It is someone who helps with bookkeeping. It's someone who I called upon to help for social media. And so, and someone to help to mentor our teacher trainers. So, having a team in place, maybe even before something goes down is really, really, really helpful. And then this is, we're all at different places in our businesses. So this is not to make you feel like, oh my God, I have to go and hurry up and get a team. But, you build it. And, hiring someone to help you do your admin stuff and to do your bookkeeping stuff is an investment in you and your business. It's not just in that moment, but it's also for future stuff as well. So having the team that I was able to really call on and let people know that like, hey, I need your help. Like, hey, I'm going to be stepping back a little bit, and hey, can you step up a bit? And that really was a big difference for me in getting through this time. And so That's the first thing. The second thing that I want to say that was also really wonderful is having streams of revenue, passive streams of revenue in place. And so, like, this is like making money while you sleep or making money while you're resting. And so, I no longer have the type of business where if I don't go teach a class, I'm not making money. So, it's really hard to make money when you're sick in bed if you are the only person in your business. And so, this is also about growing your team, and it's having, you know, opportunities for people to purchase from you um, when, like, just from your website. Maybe it's products, maybe it's lesson plans, maybe it's books that you sell. Maybe it is, it could be a program that you're selling 6 months from now. But it's basically you're selling things, and you're not involved in the selling or the actual doing. It could also be having other teachers teach with you, right? So other teachers are going out teaching, and then you're still earning part of that income. And so having passive revenue was actually really helpful during this time, because it wasn't like there was no income coming in. And again, this is something that took time to build. I'm in my 20th year of business with Next Generation Yoga, so it does take time. Just know that. But think about, maybe this year, how can you build in some more passive streams of revenue? The next thing I wanted to share with you is to really have trust and faith that it's going to work out. I knew I was going to get better. I was scared. I was definitely scared, but I knew that I was going to get better. And having that trust and faith in my mind was a big influence for me getting better a lot faster. And so, it's very easy to spiral and like, oh my goodness, I have this business, I have these responsibilities, and I'm scared, and what's going to happen if I can't? It's very easy to do that. And it's also just as easy to catch ourselves and to have trust and faith. And that's, really important as well. So yeah, I wanted to share these with you because they were like, as I look back on how I made it through, and here I am back, back in my computer, and so like I said, grateful to be sharing this lessons learned from my little health challenge. And I can imagine that there will be more times in my life where things might come up where I'm going to need to lean on team and make sure I have these business practices in place and call upon my trust and faith. And so I hope that my experiences are useful and helpful for you as you look at your business and prepare for anything in the future that you might need to take a little bit of time off and a little step back. So again, thank you so much for watching. I would absolutely love to hear from you, and if you could relate to this topic, if you've had to take some time off, like what have you called upon? And if you have any questions about the Biz of Kids Yoga, please send them my way. I would absolutely be so delighted to hear from you and honored to serve you. I do have some new offerings coming that I will share with you in another email announcement. So stay tuned for that. And again, just thank you so much for being on the journey. Thank you for being you. My prayer for you this year is that you have passion and purpose, that you have good health, that you're surrounded by loved ones, and that you know your true light. So bless you and happy everything. Namaste.